Got to lose, 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 got to lose. Hey, it's Dalt again, and I'm hosting today's video. We are going to see some anime where the MC thinks he's worthless but is actually overpowered part 2. And if you haven't watched part 1, then you can also watch it later after this video. Link is in the description. Before we go any further though, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Coming in at number 10, we have Kure wa ZOMBE DESU ka. This anime has been dubbed. Premiered on January 2011 with 23 episodes. Its genres are action, comedy, ecchi, harem, magic, and supernatural. Ayuma Aikawa is a 16-year-old high school student who is tragically murdered while investigating a suspicious house. However, he soon awakens next to a strange armored girl called Elusiwood Hellscythe. She reveals herself to be a necromancer who has revived Ayuma, consequently turning him into a zombie. Now immortal, Ayuma sets out to hunt down his killer. One day, while he's searching in the cemetery, he encounters a boisterous young girl named Haruna, who is fighting a bear with a chainsaw while dressed as a magical girl. After she kills the beast, Haruna attempts to erase Ayuma's memories of her, but he instead absorbs her magic for himself. Stripped of her powers, Haruna now orders Ayumu to take up her role of hunting down strange creatures known as Megalo, monsters that roam the human world and terrorize the population. Number 9. Sekire. This anime has been dubbed. Premiered in July 2008 with 25 episodes. Its genres are action, comedy, ecchi, harem, and supernatural. Struggling yet brilliant teenager Minato Sahashi has failed his college entrance exams for the second time, resulting in him being regarded as worthless by those around him. However, the course of his seemingly bleak future is altered dramatically when a beautiful supernatural woman falls from the sky and into his life. That woman, Musubi, is a unique being known as a Sekiri, a humanoid extraterrestrial with extraordinary abilities. These aliens are known for kissing humans carrying the Ashikabi gene in order to awaken additional latent powers deep within. Recognizing the potential within the seemingly insignificant youth, Musubi kisses the bewildered Minato, initiating a bond between the two of them. This drags him into the high-stakes world of the Sekiri, where he and his new partner must compete against others in a battle for survival called the Sekiri Plan. However, unbeknownst to the contestants, there is far more at risk than what the competition initially entailed. Number 8. Dragon Crisis. This anime has only been subbed. Premiered on January 2011 with 12 episodes. Its genres are action, magic, romance, school, seinen, and supernatural. A normal high school boy, Kisaragi Ryuji's peaceful life is turned into an adventure by the return of his second cousin, Eriko. Ryuji and Eriko seize a relic box from a black broker. In the box, they find a red dragon girl, Rose. In order to protect Rose from the black organization, Ryuji decides to fight using his power as a relic handler. Number 7. SEKOKU no DRAGONAR. This anime has been dubbed. Premiered in April 2014 with 12 episodes. Its genres are comedy, ecchi, fantasy, and school. Learning to ride and tame dragons comes easy to most students at Ansarivan Dragonar Academy, except for first-year student Ash Blake, who is known by his fellow classmates as the #1 problem child. Poor Ash is the laughingstock at the school because despite his unfashionably large star-shaped brand that marks him as a future dragon master, he has nothing to show for it. His dragon has never appeared. Until now, that is. One fateful day, Ash's dragon awakes in full glory, but appears different than any other dragon ever seen before, in the form of a beautiful girl. What's worse, Ash soon discovers that his new dragon has attitude to spare, as she promptly informs him that she is the master, and he, the servant. Number 6. Bonin no ZOMBE. This anime has been dubbed. Premiered in July 2008 with 26 episodes. Its genres are action, military, and sci-fi. Sensen Island is a small island surrounded by the Yuden Sea. It exists in a state of dreamlike tranquility, cut off from the war between the northern government and the southern continent free zone. Our hero, Akiyuki Takihara, lives on Sensen Island along with his mother Fusa. He is currently separated from his father, the town doctor Ryuzo, but the bond between father and son remains. One day, after taking Ryuzo to lunch that Fusa has made for him as usual, Akiyuki arrives at school where he is caught up in an explosion along with his friends Haru and Fuyuichi. The explosion produces a mysterious light which enters Akiyuki's arm, causing him excruciating pain. He gives no time to understand it. However, as the white-haired girl who rode on the bus with him guides him to a power unlike anything he's ever known. Number 5. Garo the Animation. This anime has been dubbed, premiered on October 2014 with 24 episodes. Its genres are action, demons, fantasy, magic, and supernatural. In the name of the king, the Valiente Kingdom launched hunts to exterminate users of witchcraft. 17 years later, their pursuit is still growing in both size and brutality. Unbeknownst to the citizens, the targets of these witch hunts are the secret protectors of humanity. Known as the Makai Knights and Alchemists, they have a strong will to protect people from horrors, demons who possess souls plagued by sadness and pain. One such Makai Knight is 17-year-old Leon Luce, who inherits the legendary armor of Golden Knight Garo from his mother. Though he possesses great power, he struggles to overcome the hatred he bears from his mother's death at the hands of the kingdom. His father, German, known as Zoro, the Shadow-Cutting Knight, is still training Leon when he is called to investigate the upsurge of horrors in the kingdom's capital. Although German knows Leon's will is wavering, he decides to bring Leon along to continue his training. Number 4. TAMADOU GAKUEN 35 SHKEN SHOUTAI. This anime has only been dubbed, premiered on October 2015 with 12 episodes. Its genres are action, ecchi, fantasy, harem, military, romance, and supernatural. In a world plagued by magical dangers and threats, there exist special warriors known as Inquisitors who are tasked with non-violently preventing these threats and nefarious actions. The Anti-Magic Academy is a specialized school built to educate and train these Inquisitors, which splits its students into small squads in order to train them together. Among these talented squads is the 35th Test Platoon, also known as the Small Fry Platoon, due to its low ranking and incompetent members. However, everything changes when Oku Utori, a powerful yet rebellious former Inquisitor, is forced into joining due to her tendency to break rules and committing a serious violation, the killing of a witch. Tempers flare up upon her arrival as she clashes with their clumsy captain Takeru Kusanagi and argues with the rest of the squad over her views on witches. This eclectic group has a long way to go if they wish to succeed and climb the ranks at the Anti-Magic Academy. They must first set aside their differences and come to work together as a team. Number 3. KEKKAI SENSEN. This anime has been dubbed, premiered on July 2011 with 24 episodes. Its genres are action, comedy, superpower, supernatural, vampire, fantasy, and shonen. Supersonic monkeys, vampires, talking fishmen, and all sorts of different supernatural monsters living alongside humans. This has been part of daily life in Hell Salem's Lot, formerly known as New York City, for some time now. When a gateway between Earth and the beyond opened 3 years ago, New Yorkers and creatures from the other dimension alike were trapped in an impenetrable bubble and were forced to live together. Libra is a secret organization composed of eccentrics and superhumans tasked with keeping order in the city and making sure that chaos doesn't spread to the rest of the world. Pursuing photography as a hobby, Leonardo Watch is living a normal life with his parents and sister, but when he obtains the all-seeing eyes of the gods at the expense of his sister's eyesight, he goes to Hell Salem's Lot in order to help her by finding answers about the mysterious powers he received. He soon runs into Libra, and when Leo unexpectedly joins the ranks, he gets more than what he bargained for. Number 2. Parasite the Maxim. This anime has been dubbed, premiered on October 2014 with 24 episodes. Its genres are action, sci-fi, horror, psychological, drama, and seinen. All of a sudden, they arrived. Parasitic aliens that descended upon Earth and quickly infiltrated humanity by burrowing into the brains of vulnerable targets. These insatiable beings acquire full control of their host and are able to morph into a variety of forms in order to feed on unsuspecting prey. 16-year-old school student Shinichi Izumi falls victim to one of these parasites, but it fails to take over his brain, ending up in his right hand instead. Unable to relocate, the parasite, now named Miji, has no choice but to rely on Shinichi in order to stay alive. Thus, the pair is forced into an uneasy coexistence and must defend themselves from hostile parasites that hope to eradicate this new threat to their species. And finally, number 1. KATANAGATARI. This anime has only been subbed, premiered on January 2010 with 12 episodes. Its genres are action, adventure, historical, martial arts, and romance. In an Edo-era Japan lush with a variety of sword-fighting styles, Shichika Yasori practices the most unique one, Kyotoryu, a technique in which the user's own body is wielded as a blade. The enigmatic 7th head of the Kyotoryu school, Shichika lives quietly in exile with his sister, Nanami, until one day the wildly ambitious strategist, Togame, barges into their lives. Togame brazenly requests that Shichika help in her mission to collect 12 unique swords, known as the Deviant Blades, for the shogunate. Shichika accepts, interested in the girl herself rather than the petty politics, and thus sets out on a journey. Standing in their way are the fierce wielders of these legendary weapons, as well as other power-hungry entities who seek to thwart Togame's objective. In order to prevail against their enemies, the duo must become an unbreakable team as they forge ahead on a path of uncertainty and peril.